Has there been a Tower Nothing map yet? Oh, I hope that's never created, man. Hope that's never created. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome. We have a 3v3 between Aftermath and Brazil. The games have been good today. I suppose if you're watching this on YouTube, I've been casting games pretty much all day, and the best games always go to YouTube, so in the event that the other games are not uploaded, it's because it just wasn't good enough for YouTube. Seeing as this is not a best of anything, these are just some live rated games, I probably won't upload the whole VOD in the video description. You can always watch the Twitch past broadcast, though, if you want to see the rest. That goes for any stream, by the way. My broadcasts are always there to see. Fire is in the yellow for Brazil. He's playing as the Berbers. He is flank. His pocket is Goku. Goku is playing as the Indians. In the purple, we have Miguel. Miguel is playing as the Italians. So that's pretty exciting stuff. So we have Berbers and Italians as flank, and then we have Indians pocket. God, that's strong. That is so, so strong. Then for Aftermath, we have Hun's flank for MBL. His pocket, who's really far away from him, is Hart. Hart is so far away. His positioning's weird. He's playing as the Ethiopians, and then we have Britons for Nikov, the flank. So I think the only awkward person positionally is Hart. Hart would probably prefer to be in MBL's position as Ethiopians. Ethiopians typically go archers, and archers are normally from the flanks, because the flanks are closer to the battle. Now, pocket, you normally want a horse civ, and Huns would be great for that. Of course, they can't just switch their positions. So I'm curious to see what Aftermath does, because having Indians pocket is probably the best pocket in the game right now. So, oh, nice save from Goku. Yeah, it's probably an advantage for the Brazilians right off the bat. Just so I understand, pocket players generally want civs that have strong booming potential, right? Yeah, fair. So it's not necessarily booming potential, because all civs, well, most civs have strong booming potential. It's mobility. It's mobility and booming potential. So Indians, they have the Imperial Camel to lead up towards, but they also have amazing scouts. So, or they have like amazing eco throughout the entire game. So you can open up with scouts. That way you can help the left, help the right, hit the enemy pocket, whatever, because you have mobility. And then you stick with camels throughout the game. So you're getting upgrades on your scouts that will apply to your camels, and you'll stick with that throughout the whole game. Whereas Hart, if he were to go scouts, does he want to go camels and knights as Ethiopians? Not ideally. Instead, he'd probably want to go for archers. So there's a weird transitional period for him. Now, he almost lost his Vil to that boar, and he did the house trick to stop the boar from aggroing, so he kept his Vil alive there. Nice save. Nikov, in all caps, says verse, Berbers. Alright, Nikov, thanks for letting us know. So I think it'll be a tough task for AM. MBL will be interesting. Maybe MBL goes for scouts instead of archers as the flank, because he could do both as Huns. And then Hart goes archers? I don't know. If Hart was maybe here, if his base was here, I could justify that decision, but going archers from this position is just too far away.
Hi, YouTube.
It's too slow.
Sorry for interrupting the Inter T90 love T90 love T90 love T90 love.
Maybe Hart just tries to go fast castle. We saw that last game, and I explained how that can be a risky move from pocket. But maybe Hart feels like he'll be at a disadvantage trying to play this standard anyway because of his civ, and he will attempt to go for something different. I don't know. Pilatus, thank you for 16 months. You don't need to apologize for interrupting YouTube. I'm sure YouTube's fine with it. Aren't you, YouTube? See, I'm going to see a comment. If this becomes a video, I'm going to forget I said that. I'm going to see a bunch of comments, and people are going to say, like, no, I'm not okay with the T90. And I'm going to be really confused, and I'm going to forget that I said that. And I'll have to listen to the whole game to figure it out. Like, well, what are they talking about? Hey, Big Mac Daddy, since it's his first time here, coming in from YouTube, welcome. Alright, so Hart's going to gold, guys. Hart's going to gold. So again, pocket position, he's far away from everybody. And, oh, he's going forward, yes! Yes, okay, so this is a good strategy. Again, if you make the archery ranges from home, then it takes a long time for your archers to get anywhere. So the best thing to do is to build your buildings forward. So this is something, this is not seen all that often, but I think it's probably, well, it's hard to say if it's the best decision, but it can work out really well. Big issue is, by the time he even builds his archering ranges, Goku will already have a stable producing scouts. Indians are so good. So the idea here is to make it 3 separate 1v1s. So MBL will probably go for scouts from his side. Hart will go for a forward. And then we actually have a forward as well from Nikov. So AM switching it up. Alright. This must be something that Fire sees. Okay, Fire, he starts walling up and then he sees the tower and then he immediately leaves his base. Now thank God he's Berbers because his fast vills could get out of there. Excuse me. 2 ranges now for Fire. His gold is actually not on his gold yet, interestingly enough. Wait. He's not on gold? Why is he not on gold? Yeah, well, he didn't go to gold for whatever reason. And AM with the strong early push. We have archers from Miguel. Alright. So, I really am curious if Brazil will notice the forward. Because there are the ranges. I don't think anyone has said anything yet. Oh my god, this is ballsy from Nikov. This is so ballsy. And it gets more and more risky because Goku's going to be on the way. He needs to get a tower up fast. Ugh. Okay, Goku's here. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. This is why you don't go tower rush in a team game. The pocket's going to help Fire. Fire's fighting with his vills. And Nikov has to get the heck out of here, man. What are his vills doing? Leave. Leave this place. Alright. Well, he leaves. Just now, Hart is making the archers, but it's so slow in comparison. And, yeah, so we've seen 2 examples of it now. I hope that my explanation on the whole pocket thing has made sense for you. Because Goku has already been able to send support to basically kill a player. And Hart has yet to be able to even get in the game because he only has a few archers. But definitely something that AM can come back from. Unfortunately, Nikov's kind of just out of this now. He'll be at home doing very little beyond booming. MBL runs towards Goku, and Goku's not expecting this. And MBL just signaled go this direction. So if you see those X's, he's probably saying, hey, follow me. And they'll go to Goku. So they'll go to who's currently the strongest player for Brazil. Now, meanwhile, Miguel's running forward. If Miguel can't do damage, if MBL defends well, and I think he might be able to, this could be good for AM, because they'll double the pocket player for Brazil. Meanwhile, you know, Fire, he's not a huge threat to Nikov, I suppose. Nikov might need to go into defensive towers. He is. Okay, so this is actually doable if Hart and MBL can do damage with this army. Really good positioning. And it's not something that Goku has seen. And Goku, he's going to be completely blindsided by all this. He's going out to his gold. And the archers are here now. And I loved how MBL didn't attack. Did you notice that? He didn't attack. He let Hart kill the spears first. And now they're getting rewarded for it. So they get 1 Vil pick. And now Goku has no army here. And he's signaling. And I believe what just happened was he signaled and said, hey, the army's here. And Miguel said, hey, I'm here. So Miguel's going immediately towards Hart's base. And if Hart's fully walled, and he might be, AM could do this. They force a tower out of Goku. Goku takes more losses here. And intelligent play from AM. They definitely have the civ positional disadvantage. I would say overall probably just behind when it comes to civs and position. And wow, the Brazilians were not expecting the forward at all. And this snowballs so quickly because Hart's ranges are so close to the action. So he can just send in more and more and more. I don't see how Goku will ever hit Castle Age because he doesn't have access to his gold. You know, he's had to send his scouts back. And he's had to create more scouts. So that even further slows down his castle time. Meanwhile, MBL's secured home. Meanwhile, Nikov's kind of coming back now. He hasn't had to make military. That is a lot of scouts for Goku, though. And MBL is caught out of position there. MBL not offering any support as a meat shield at the start of that fight is pretty bad, actually. And so this might even things out a little bit. Keep in mind they're Ethiopian archers, so they fire faster, and Hart has the hill, so he'll hold his army advantage. So a lot of good questions, and a lot of good comments in the chat. I'm going to get to you guys after this game concludes, because this has been really exciting. Easily the most exciting game of the day for me on stream. I'm really impressed with how this unfolded for Aftermath.
1 year already. Wish you all the best and looking forward to the 48-hour stream.
But guys, when you build forward buildings, you have no way of defending yourself, so Hart has to rely on some walls and towers. And Goku is making simply scouts. Does have the scale barding upgrade. He needs an answer to the archers, and he's found it. He's found it. Scouts has worked. Just feel like his castle time will be too late now. That will be the concern. Oh, and MBL sends support. Look at this. MBL arrives with skirmishers to help. The plays from Aftermath. This is an exciting game. MBL started with scouts, went into skirm so he could defend his ally. And he shows up at the perfect time. Miguel is halfway to the castle age, though, so it will get more difficult for Aftermath. Miguel has a lot of archers, and they'll be crossbows, of course. Now let's check the times for everyone else. Nikov getting closer. I don't know what. Maybe he'll go towards longbows, guys. That'll be exciting. You rarely see that in an Arabia game. Hart is getting closer as well to clicking up. Miguel's pretty far away now. He's invested a lot of food into upgrades and units. Or did I say Miguel? I meant Goku. Sorry. Been casting a lot today. I kind of forget what I say sometimes. MVL's got to be close as well. Oh yeah, he's already on the way up, so. Now let's not forget about Fire. Now, is Fire thinking Camel Archer? No, Fire's thinking Knights and Camels, okay. Well, Fire can't get into Nikov's base, so that will be a concern.
Mandatum.
Amazing micro from Miguel. And this is a fight that Hart needs to take. Hart needs to take it because Miguel is about to get his upgrades. Oh wow, Hart's building a tower there. Right on Goku's wood line. This is where Brazil can come back because Miguel was pretty stable throughout all of that. It was Goku who got hit. So now Miguel, he's traded well versus the archers from Hart. Hart loses more archers, and now Hart has forward buildings that he might not be able to use. So this puts pressure on mainly MBL to help out for Aftermath over the next minute or two. He's over here trying to help versus Fire's archers. Yep, actually Fire sat underneath the tower. That's a nice play. But, yep, he'll lose those units soon. And I wonder what exactly happens if you're Hart. I guess you continue to make units and keep them in your archery ranges. Yeah, obviously you don't want to send them out of your archery ranges, because that happens, you lose one. Dave said, how long until T90 talks about forward buildings not being able to reinforce? Already said it, Dave. Already said it. You're late to the party, bro. Yeah, but as Dave said, like, if Dave was co-casting this with me, I would be like, so Dave, what's the issue with the forward buildings? And he's like, well, let me tell you, T90. Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. That's exactly how he would say it, too. This game is so fun. I don't know why I'm so hyped up all of a sudden. This is really cool. Maybe I'm crazy, or maybe this game has been special. I mean, we'll see longbows now from Nikov. Do I like longbows? Well, I like them. Do I think it's good? Yeah, it's questionable. But Nikov's base is secure. He can boom behind this with cheap Britain TCs. And they have really weakened the Indian pocket. Goku is still not in the castle age. Now MBL's on the way with elite skirms and cav archers. Hart has still kept his archers alive. Now he's getting upgrades, so he can use his forward buildings. 2 towers for him as well on this wood line. Just the crazy plays from AM, man. To be able to get towers on this wood line with how far away Hart started in this game is pretty insane. Miguel was unable to do anything with his faster castle age time because MBL's strong defense. But, you know, now MBL could be in trouble. He's ventured in here with only skirms. Oh, he's trying to save his skirmishers. Okay. Well, let's see if he can get the skirms out. I think he can, right? Nice job to see the palisade and get the heck out of here. Because the Mangonel's on the way. Oh, geez. So, now Miguel's on the way to Imp. I was not expecting this. So that's probably why he's... It's actually a strong strat. He's not necessarily being passive, because if he fights, he dies to skirm, so it's a pretty strong strategy. But, oh, Goku's gonna get wrecked!
If MBL makes 60 scouts, he could kill all. Kappa.
Wow, and Hart with his micro and the Ethiopian crossbows, he's on the hill. He kills the camels after killing the villagers. It only takes 3 volleys to kill the camels. Light Cav coming in to save the day, okay. Light Cav, but still, Goku has been cancelled out of this game. And MBL, Hart, and Nikov playing extremely well. This is one of the most impressive 3v3s I've seen in recent times, because it's so very difficult to pull off a forward. Against Indian pocket, against Italian flank, Berber flank, they've taken the lead, and it's on Miguel now. Miguel needs to get his upgrades. He needs to get Arbalest. He needs to get Bodkin, or not Bodkin, Bracer, and he needs to, I don't know, kill Hart maybe? Kill somebody. He needs to do a tremendous amount of damage. Here come the longbows and a few monks even from Nikov. And I like the monk edition, and Fire liked it too, and then he lost one there. Goku's just in trouble. Miguel's trying to counterattack, but Goku can't defend himself. And let's see if MBL can defend himself. Now, MBL's not expecting this. He'll lose 3 Vils. Hart can't really support because his military is also forward. And is there an overchop here? There's an overchop, isn't there? Oh, the units are going to get in. And they'll be Arbalest. MBL's eco's so fragile. But then again, so is Goku's. Goku is way more dead.
Finally subbed and take more of my money. Also, I made a map for your community games. Are you interested? Much love, Team
Wow.
90.
On the other side, Longbows is showing us how weak they are in low numbers. Fire taking a good trade with the Knights. Perhaps Fire could get a big ball of Knights going to save his team. MBL is forced to defend with a few towers, but he's done okay. He's done okay. There's a lot of pink bodies there. He's done alright. Goku's at 30 population. The Indian pocket is seen as the best pocket in the game. And he's at 30 population. And not really because he played poorly. Just because of the excellent strategy from AM. And MBL and Hart are just looping around to Fire. Fire's looking good, so they're going to hit him. And Nikov's on the way to Imp. Wow. This has been awesome, man. This has been awesome. Now, still some worries for Hart. Hart is now stonewalling, probably expecting this to be coming his way. And he's stonewalling the wrong side, so he'll have some complications, but the Vil counts for AM so much stronger, man. So much stronger. And Hart could lose 20 Vils and still be well ahead of Goku's position, so I think as a team, Aftermath, we're in a strong position. And I just a moment ago talked about how weak the longbows are, but when you're in the Imperial Age, with a forward castle, with halberdiers in front, you will destroy most civilizations. And that's exactly what Nikov's going for. Hart, he loses a few Vil. Did he lose any? I don't think he lost a single Vil, actually. Hold on, I jinxed him because he just lost something. But, yeah, you know, he keeps his Vils alive. And he just needs to hold, you know? He doesn't need to even address that. He really just needs to wait for his allies to finish off the other players. MBL, with a new batch of Cav Archers joining the fight, they'll kill Fire's Camels, they'll kill Fire's Knights. And then the Brazilians have just got to be shocked now. Like, what on earth has happened in this game? for them to somehow lose this. And there's the GG. Despite the fact that Hart is running away from these ARBs, the game is over. And well played, Aftermath. That was so cool.
Merry Christmas.
That was so cool. Man, if I had the time, well, I do have the time, but if I didn't have other things to cast today, what I would do is I would rewatch that whole game and just analyze the crap out of it. And just talk about all those things. The movements of the teams, the positions, all of that more in depth. I think that... So when you go with the archers forward, it takes a lot of time. So that gave Goku a few minutes to do damage in a 2v1 situation. But while Nikov definitely felt the heat. He lost a few villagers going forward, right? While that happens, after that, Nikov just fell back to defensive mode with towers. And Nikov was never really open to take damage. And he was never open to take damage from fire. He was never open to take damage from Goku. Miguel, he was kind of held at bay for a little while because MBL had scouts. But I think MBL's mobility with Hart was really important. Right when Hart got a few numbers, they went immediately to Goku. If they would have waited any longer, I think Goku would have had scout numbers, or he would have maybe had archer numbers from Miguel to hold. Another thing, Fire started off with straight skirmishers, which was just, it's not a great play. If he would have started off with straight archers, I think that he could have had 5 to 10 archers. He could have hit Hart. He could have helped Goku. The lack of army that Fire had helping Goku was also a big problem for Brazil. We barely talked about Fire after the Feudal Age engagement. He was just kind of sitting back. I feel like he could have sent some more support. There's the KD. 75 kills for MBL, 36 units lost. And speaking of MBL, we're going to have some awesome games coming up. I don't know if Dave is around, but Dave, we're doing a best of 11. MBL and Hera, all fast speed games. Well played, Aftermath. Of course, if you do see this on YouTube, because you definitely will, and you want to check out the live stream, the link is below in the video description if you ever want to stop by. Okay,